Baby, I got a question for you.
I have an answer.
I hope you do. I'm anxious to hear what your answer is because it's the topic of today's conversation. Do we kiss enough?
Me and you?
Yes.
No.
No?
I mean, that's just my opinion because I kiss you every time I see you.
I will get on board with that opinion. But this is a legitimate question from my article I read a few weeks ago.
Oh, you're just asking in general.
In general.
Not just me and you.
I'm asking you, do we kiss enough? And the hope is...
In my opinion, no.
No, because you want more of it, which I
Right.
love. Every single person listening, please ask your spouse this question both ways. Are we kissing enough? Because...
Here's a question for you. Is marriage overrated?
Why aren't people getting married anymore?
A new Pew Research poll found that 2 in 5 young adults think marriage is an outdated tradition.
Marriage rates are at their lowest right now.
Is marriage really even worth it?
More than half of marriages end in divorce.
If you get married, you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life, right? That's why you get married. So that's why it's declining. Why would you get married if you want to have just one partner when you can have multiple?
Marriage is stupid.
Welcome to the Married AF podcast, the self-proclaimed greatest marriage relationship podcast in the world. We are your hosts, Matthew and Monica Powers. And baby, I got a question for you.
I have an answer.
I hope you do. I'm anxious to hear what your answer is because it's the topic of today's conversation. Do we kiss enough?
Me and you?
Yes.
No.
No?
I mean, that's just my opinion because I kiss you every time I see you.
I will get on board with that opinion. But this is a legitimate question from my article I read a few weeks ago.
Oh, you're just asking in general.
In general.
Not just me and you.
I'm asking you, do we kiss enough? And the hope is...
In my opinion, no.
No, because you want more of it, which I
Right.
love. Every single person listening, please ask your spouse this question both ways. Are we kissing enough? Because a recent study showed that a lot of people are not kissing as much as you would think. So on a daily basis for you and I, how often do you think we would say we kiss? On average, how many times?
Whoa. I don't know that I could get a number.
It's difficult for me to wrap my head around this. The way I was thinking about it was, well, every morning, yes, at least once. Before we go to bed, yes, at least once.
No, I get a couple more in
You
there.
usually
but-
get a few more in there. Anytime we're gone and come back home, at least once, and multiple more times throughout the day. I was
Like,
thinking
if you're-
realistically, maybe conservatively speaking, maybe 12 to 15 times a day.
Easy.
Very conservatively speaking. Potentially much more if we're together or anything like that. Here's the wild thing.
Hold on.
Yes.
This is just strictly just kissing because,
Just kissing.
okay.
Just
'Cause
kissing each
there's-
other.
It doesn't include those little love taps
That's
when you pass each other.
It's like 100. I've said it a
but
million
that
times.
leads to a kiss.
It does, but I've said a million times, if you are not slapping each other's butts, you need to evaluate some things in your marriage.
I might not just slap. I'm not a slapper.
You're more of a slap.
a
You're a grab.
squeezer.
You're a grabber. You bro. Get after that sucker. But here's the crazy thing, because I'm thinking, all right, 12 to 15 times a day. That's extremely conservative, and there's different levels of kiss.
Yeah.
Obviously, and I kind of rank them in 3 different levels.
And I feel like that might be even lowballing it for us.
I think it probably is. That's what I said, really conservatively speaking. But even the levels of type of kissing, because I mean, we're not full on make out type session. That's not an every single kiss occurrence.
No.
There's that level of it. There's the ones that I don't love, which we don't do this hardly ever, which are just kind of those hard lipped, like almost like I'm only kissing you because I have to kiss you. I really don't want to kiss you. It's usually in the case of one of us is sick and we just don't want to pass anything
well, when
on.
we're sick, we don't kiss each other.
Just those types of, and then
you kiss me on the forehead or the cheek. That's,
and then there's kind of the in between that's they're good. They're just good kisses. But here's the crazy stat that a survey done, and this was just a question thrown out there and people were responding to it, found that 16% of all married couples do not kiss each other more than one time per day. 10% only kiss each other maybe once or twice per week. Can you imagine?
I hope that number is strictly because they work out of town a lot.
It doesn't get into the details, but I'm gonna drastically
I
say
want
that
that to be
it
the
does
number.
not. And some of the reasons were, well, I'm just not that affectionate.
Oh,
We just don't kiss very often. And I'm thinking, how in the world can you not
Why did you get
kiss your
married?
spouse? Because I can kiss you anytime I
that's
want.
exactly where I was going with that.
Exactly. The good old line from Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
But it blew my mind. How in the world can you be married to someone and never kiss them, essentially? Because when I say 12 to 15 times a day, realistically, especially if we've been together all day, we may hit triple digits
Easy.
in a day. Because something I thoroughly enjoy
I like your
doing.
lips.
And I hope most couples feel the exact same way, but 10% kiss less than once
But why?
per week. Some of the biggest reason was, well, me or my partner, we're just not affectionate. Some of the other reasons were, well, and this pissed me off, we're just too busy. We have kids and work and schedules and this and all of the things that we just don't have time to kiss each other. Now, I'd be willing to bet you still have
You
time.
have a horrible marriage.
I'd be willing to bet you still have time to scroll Instagram or TikTok or any of those things. I bet you got time for that, but you can't just take a few seconds and kiss your spouse and show them that affection. And what the studies have shown, and as the psychologists and everyone looks deeper into it, the happiness scale on your marriage, those who kiss each other less than one time a day have a drastically less happy and fulfilling marriage.
I could
In
imagine
fact, the
so.
divorce rates increase by like 10 times if you are not kissing your spouse on a daily basis.
Wow.
So, how much is enough?
Well, I could kiss you all day.
I totally agree. You most certainly could. But it blows my mind that that's not happening for most people.
I don't know that I've ever really thought about it.
You typically
Because
don't.
I kiss you all the time.
You do.
I kiss
And-
you anytime I want to.
Exactly. And I think that most people, in most conversations, when it revolves around marriage and not being happy, and you're talking about the physical side of it, it's always just talking about sex. The intimacy side and the sex side. Kissing
isn't sex.
It's not that. And it can definitely lead to more intimacy and more
Sure.
sex, but it goes much further than that. One psychologist said that, he said smooching, which I love that. Smooching reduces stress by releasing feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and dopamine, which may even help lower cholesterol. It also alleviates headaches. So women, I'll call you out real quick. Men, if you're listening, take advantage of this sucker. I'm just saying, all those nights, I just don't feel like it, baby. I got a headache. Another headache. Well, listen,
Do women really do that? I mean, you see that in the movies all the time.
Probably not to the extent that you see it in the movies and TVs and stuff, but sure, it has to happen for it to continue to be out there. But alleviates headaches by dilating blood vessels and lowering blood pressure. Can even reduce allergy symptoms, people.
And that just seems dumb to me.
It does, and it probably is kind of dumb, but there are great benefits to kissing your partner and kissing them often. Here's another little fun fact here, that on average, because when you talk about the different levels of kissing, on average, 6 seconds is kind of that perfect little spot. Now, obviously, going longer can lead to other things, which people like. But this one psychologist said that a kiss should last at a minimum of 6 seconds.
Noted.
Because it's the connection that you have there with your significant other. So people just aren't doing it. But the biggest thing was, I'm just too busy. So what do you do? And here's another line here. What do you do when one person wants to kiss more than the other? says kissing is not about physical affection, and partners may want different amounts of it in their relationship. That's why it's important to communicate. Shocker, there's that word again that everyone talks about all the time. I mean, realistically, every episode we ever do could just be about communication because every single problem revolves around communication. That's why it's important to communicate with your partner how much physical affection they want, including kissing. Says he agrees that communication is vital to keeping your bond strong. If one partner craves more closeness while the other feels overwhelmed, it's important to communicate a fine balance. The key question is, are both partners feeling valued, loved, and emotionally connected? Because that's the other side of it. When you are not feeling valued, you're not feeling connected.
Why would you want to kiss that person?
That's exactly right. You're not going to feel like being that connected with someone else. Because I mean, when you think about kissing, obviously, most people's memories will go back to, and you always think, oh, well, the first kiss and
I remember our first kiss.
I remember. Tell me about it.
It was 1999.
Sure was.
October 8th.
Look at you. I'm impressed.
Around 9 o'clock.
I'm so impressed right now.
In Alabaster, Alabama.
Zip code 35007.
It is.
Don't give the address. People may end up, people could show up. That might go too far. There we go. That's enough there.
Well, our family doesn't live there anymore.
That's true. It's someone else's problem.
It was in my aunt and uncle's driveway. And I could not believe you actually kissed me. It was not even our first date.
No, it wasn't.
On our first date, you were such a gentleman.
I was.
You held my hand and you put your hand on my back and it took my breath away. I was like, oh, you touched my back.
Do I still take your breath away?
You take my breath away.
Oh, there we go.
But the kiss, it was, oh my gosh, this is happening. This is happening. I remember having to tell my friends that were spending the night with me that night at my aunt and uncle's house how perfect it was. It was 9:08 p.m. The moon is out. The stars were sparkling. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have this written down somewhere in a journal. I need to go back and get it and read it because it was magical for me. I hope it was for you.
Oh, it was totally magical.
I mean, you went in for it, and I was not expecting it because I expected you to try to kiss me on the first date, and you didn't. And it was, oh, I got a real gentleman. And then the next time we hung out, which was, I don't know if it was the day later or 2 days later.
It was the next day.
And I walked you out to your friend's car because you couldn't drive.
This is true.
And I was just going to tell you bye. And you gave me a hug and leaned back and just went in for it. I was like, oh, a first kiss, a first kiss. It's like on those cartoons where the steam comes out of the ears and Pepe Le Pew, the heart eyes are bulging.
And they come up off the ground.
Floating.
Something like that.
Yes.
I'm so glad that's what it was. Same thing for me. And in a sense still is today. And I think that's where a lot of people miss the boat is, listen, you married this person. There was a point in time where that was the reaction. Anytime they came around, when you kissed, they got close to you. It was the heart was fluttering. You were feeling the heartbeats, and it was that type of reaction. I think it's so easy for us to forget what that feeling was because we're so worried about all the other things and all the other stuff. So,
listen, this might be too much TMI for people, but
I don't know where you're about to go, but okay. I can edit it out later if I need to.
You can get out of the shower and just have your towel wrapped around your waist, and I will still get abso-freaking-lutely lost with whatever I am doing because I cannot not stare at you and think, dear God, thank you for letting me get to stare at this every single day, sleep by him every single night, and get to do things with him that only married people should be doing all the time. And then you catch me staring at you and you go, what? What? Huh? Did you say something?
You typically have no clue.
Because
that
I am zoned out going, holy crap, I get to do that all the time. I am very happy about that. But I see you doing the same thing to me. And I'm like, stop looking at me like that. And you're like,
Yeah, you catch me all the time. And I'm straight up like, no, I'm not going to stop looking at you like that.
You typically go, come here, woman, with this little giddy laugh.
Oh, that's how I feel. And it's great. And I wish more people would be able to experience that same thing.
So maybe you don't have to edit that out.
No, but I'm not going to edit that out. I'm not going to edit anything out. Why would I? Okay, so you're not kissing enough. So you want to be able to kiss your spouse more because you still find them incredibly attractive and you want to be close to them. You want to increase that connection and increase intimacy with them. So if you're not getting it as often as you would like, here's some things that the article says that you can do, which I tend to agree with a lot of this. Just to try, again, it all boils down to communication, but it says use I statements. And I think this is critical, not just in this scenario, but so many other things. Instead of saying, you never kiss me anymore.
Ooh.
How many times have people heard that? Like, you never do this.
You don't do that.
You never take me out on dates. You're never spontaneous. You never think about me. You never. So instead of saying, you never kiss me anymore, try, I miss feeling close to you. I miss kissing you. I miss the touch of your lips on mine. What a complete game changer.
Yeah.
You're communicating the exact same thing.
It's all about how you say it.
But it's in a totally different way.
When you're saying you're putting blame on the other person. And when you say I, you're letting them know that you want it.
Totally.
And
I mean, it's a
then
game changer.
They would go, oh, wait, what? Because when you're pushing blame, why would anybody want to listen?
When you push blame, you're pushing them away.
Yeah.
Because it's human nature. We get really defensive really easily anytime. And even if we're dead wrong, if someone comes at us like that, even if we know we're wrong, we get quickly defensive. We get a little angry and you're going to push people away. And I totally agree with that. Not just in this scenario, but other scenarios too. Try using the I statements rather than you don't do this and you don't do that and you just are no good at this. Second is acknowledge the different comfort levels. If people are more or less physical touch, and we talked about this at our small group actually this week when we talked about love languages. And if your love language is physical touch and it's through the roof, and your spouse's love language is very, very low and it's at the bottom of the list, you have to be able to find a happy medium in there somewhere. So again, it's just acknowledging that, okay, my spouse isn't a huge physical touch person. Sucks for me. I don't like that, but we have to be able to come to an agreement. And if you are that person, well, I just don't like being touched, get out of your comfort zone just a little bit.
It's not about you.
No. We before me every single time. And the last one is make it about the connection. The goal is to strengthen intimacy, not force someone into affection level they're not comfortable with.
All I think of when you say that is Morticia and Gomez Adams.
Why?
Because she can say anything in French and he instantly goes, oh, mi amor. And then just starts at her hand and kisses all the way up her arm and gets to her. And she's just like this. I don't know what is happening.
I don't know. Sorry for anyone who's listening, but
Holy crap.
I think
our
maybe
kids-
the entire roof just caved in all the way from the upstairs to the downstairs and it stopped there. So I don't know what's going on.
It could be the dog.
Could be.
He's currently in a cone.
Poor guy's got a cone on his head. He's got a little infection, something on his leg, and poor dude's walking around with a cone, and he is.
So he'll stop licking his leg.
Listen, he is. T-Dog is going through it right now. It is not his best day.
It's okay because he got blue ribbons this weekend
He
at
did.
his doggy show.
He's a famous little show dog. But back to kissing and not our house caving in. Apparently, it's use the I statements. Talk about it, communicate, check in, see how you're. I mean, check-ins are always great. Talk about it. Hey, how we doing with this?
Why is that such a big issue?
Because people are afraid of what the answer might be. I think. I think people are afraid to check in because they're afraid of that answer that they might get. And don't you know that every time we worry about something, usually it doesn't happen anyways. We're usually so stressed out and worried about it, like, oh my gosh, how's she going to take this? What's she going to say? What's she going to think? And finally muster up the courage to do it. And it's like, oh,
That's you.
It is me.
I don't worry.
I know you don't. You're one of the rarities.
I guess so.
Most people do worry, but that's usually the mindset.
I feel like the biggest thing that could be like my biggest strength. I don't worry about things.
No, you don't worry about things at all.
It's no point to get stressed out. I want to win games for my team. I can't win those games. I can only coach them. And if they're not going to do what they're supposed to do or listen to us or practice the way they're supposed to, they are the ones losing. And I'll hear, but you have a losing record. No, my team has a losing record. I coach the team. It's no different than a relationship.
Totally.
But when you put the worry in there, I say it all the time at home to our kids, to the teams that I coach. If is a big word for 2 letters.
And usually that if never actually happens.
And if doesn't happen. It's just like, if I win the lottery one day, we already have all of our money spent.
Yeah, that's one of the fun games about the lottery.
Right? Well,
right.
If we don't win this week, we don't host area. Okay.
Well,
then we don't host area.
big deal. Move on. But that is typically the worry is, how are they going to take it? And then I just know in my experience, you build it up and then you talk about it, it's like, oh, that wasn't bad at all. Yeah. Oh, she's actually on the exact same page that I am. Should have talked about this a long time ago. It's usually
like looking at houses right now. I'm looking at houses that are maybe a little bit out of our budget. Mm-hmm. And you absolutely hate it. Mm-hmm. But as for me, do I know that we're going to possibly get that house? No. But do I also think, hey, it doesn't hurt to go in and give an offer that's not what they're asking. All they're going to do is say no. No might be one of my favorite words, but I'm not going to ever not do something because somebody might say no. Or it might not be what I like to hear. But maybe that is me being a rare, whatever he's called me. But
you're a unicorn.
A chubby unicorn. I'll take it.
Chubby unicorn. You're ridiculous.
It's a rhino. But maybe that's...
Well, you
I just don't understand the worry and the stress.
Well, you've taken what Paul says in the Bible to don't worry about anything, pray about everything, and you do it well.
Yep.
And it's always been a struggle for me. I'm like, well, Paul, what do you know, man?
You will call stressed out about work, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, big deal.
Well, guess what? It's over.
True.
Day's done. You've dealt with it. Move on. You can't go forward looking in the rearview mirror.
I know. You nailed it. So people listening, you can't go forward looking in the rear view mirror.
So go kiss somebody.
To your spouse and go kiss your spouse. Just a couple other little notes real quick of what kissing actually does. It reduces stress. We already talked about it. Releases dopamine, reduces stress, boosts your immune system.
What?
Can completely change your mood. Here's what I know for sure. If I've ever been in a bad mood, and I think you would say the same thing. If you're in a bad mood, because sometimes you're just in a bad mood for no apparent reason, just because you're in a bad mood, and you can come kiss me, everything can shift really, really quickly. Like it may be a crap day, bad things happened, unexpected things, stressed out about something, and a kiss completely changes things on a dime. Mm-hmm. It can do that.
It's how the kiss is done too, though.
Well, yes. Explain.
So I'm just going to go,
yeah.
You'll be all right. No. I'm going to put both my hands on your face and bring yours to me and give you a nice, good, long kiss. Just lips, too. Doesn't have to be anything fancy.
And that can completely change your mood.
And usually after I do that, you go, thank you.
It's just like... One, it says, hey, I'm not alone in this. Mm-hmm. And two, it is going to be okay. So take note of that. It obviously increases attraction between each other, which is always very, very good, which can heighten intimacy with each other. Now, just a couple things real quick, and then we'll be done. ways to improve your kissing. They say here, oral hygiene is crucial.
It is.
Fresh breath, clean teeth are the foundation to a memorable kiss. Good advice, even if you're not planning an immediate, intimate encounter. And I only think about, and we've talked about this in other episodes, but when we talk about sex especially, and you talk about morning sex, I know one thing for us, and it's both ways. There ain't no kiss until the teeth are brushed, and that's not if sex is involved. It's
period.
not worried about no thanks on morning breath.
No.
Regardless, like you don't even speak until you brush your teeth.
Listen, boys are completely different than girls. Our daughter she's like me. One of the first things you're going to do in the morning is you're going to go to the bathroom and you're going to go brush your teeth. Boys could go weeks without brushing their teeth.
Boys could never brush their teeth ever, and they'd be okay.
They'd be okay. I can't tell you how many times lately we have been telling our son, Cashman, you have to brush your teeth. For the love of your future wife, brush your teeth.
Go take care of them teeth in your mouth.
That's gross. Shut up and go brush your teeth. Because I currently have to smell your breath.
And I don't want to.
I do not want to.
No. And so, yes, if this is an issue, and hopefully you have a communicative, a positive communication with your spouse on this, where you've given them the authority to say, hey, you need to.
I will tell you in a heartbeat. Oh, baby.
Ooh, that breath. It's like, thank you. Noted. Let me go take care of this right this second.
Instantly and brush your teeth.
It's brushing teeth. It's getting deep in there. It's using mouthwash, floss. I mean, it's the whole thing. Like,
get the tongue brush.
Tongue brush is like, I just finished going to the dentist.
Drink more water, people.
That's one of the keys.
Get you some cinnamon toothpaste.
Cinnamon toothpaste. Drink more water. Cinnamon gum. That can help out a lot too.
It kills halitosis.
The last thing, variety. Don't be afraid to mix things up. Experiment with different types of kisses. Soft and tender, passionate and fiery, playful or teasing. Mix it up a little bit. Have some bloody fun with it.
Yeah.
Because why would you not? This is your spouse we're talking about here.
I like when I give you kisses that are unexpected kisses. The first thing you'll say is, whoa, you were coming in hot and I did not expect that. Come here. I liked it.
Yep. Not expecting it all. And that's the best kind. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's spontaneous. And again, it catches you off guard. And it's like, okay, ooh. All right, let's go. Feels good. So ask your spouse that question. Are you kissing enough? Hey, baby, are we kissing enough? And if the answer is no, or if the answer is I don't know, let's kind of evaluate it, check it out, and see.
So I'm curious to know now, of those couples that don't kiss, what is an intimate life like for them?
I'm going to say it is
non-existent.
Non-existent. It is an absolute dead bedroom for sure.
I couldn't imagine.
Couldn't either.
What's the point of even being married?
Well, again, God didn't create it that way either. At all. So
you let me hear that you were too busy to kiss me.
You make sure that don't happen. So,
bye.
Yeah. Make sure you ask your spouse the question. Hey, baby, are we kissing enough? And if that answer is no, find out why and work on it. Fix it, because I promise it will make things better. One other thing in the article that I did skip over is there was a study done a long time ago. It was in like the 1960s that found, especially in men who kissed their wife before they left for work every single day, on average lived 5 years longer. Now, it had little to do with the actual act of kissing, but because of all those reasons that we talked about, changed their mood, put them in a better mindset.
Cholesterol.
The whole thing, They would leave the house just with a little more pep in their step, a little more excited about the day, a little less worried about what was going to happen, and on average would live 5 years longer just simply by kissing their wife by every single morning. So if that's not you, at least start there.
I think I get at least 3 kisses from you before you leave.
At a minimum, at least. Usually I don't want to go.
I put 15 extra years on your life.
I appreciate that. I'll take it. You got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Please talk to your spouse about kissing. It makes me so sad.
It does. It's a very, very sad thing whenever you really think about it. So, but before we do get out of here, our friends at kingdomandwill.com, make sure y'all go check them out. Kingdomandwill.com. They got great clothing, a Christian-based organization. It's very comfortable clothing. It looks good.
It does.
They even have just like plain black and white t-shirts for men on there, because every guy likes just a plain t-shirt. They fit so well and they're so comfortable. They got a little
So soft.
got a little stretch in them for the dad bods, but they also show off the arms a little bit. So go see our friends kingdomandwill.com. Get 15% off every single order with the promo code MarriedAF at kingdomandwill.com. But that'll be it for this. Go and kiss your spouse as much as you possibly can. Let's get out of here. Lord, we love you. God, we are so thankful for what you're doing. We're thankful for this platform. And we are just thankful for every single person who will hear the message that you're giving. No matter what the topic may be, we all know this is given through you. And that's the goal. God, let it reach the ears that need to hear it in the right moments that they need to hear it, just to be able to live a life that is designed by you, a marriage that is designed by you, and point to you in everything that we do, God. We thank you. We honor you. We give you all the credit for everything that you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball. Kiss me.